The problem with imitation is that it gives nothing. When we imitate, we degrade our own character. When we try to constantly imitate someone or something that we want to be like or that we want in our life, then we constantly degrade our own character and we lose our qualities with time, and we also lose our credibility not only in our own eyes but also in the eyes of the others. And that's why we need to prevent ourselves from imitating anything or anyone that we see and consider to be attractive in the society. We need to refrain ourselves also from trying to be like or imitating anyone, because, as I said earlier, imitation is not substance. Imitation is merely copying something or someone that we desperately want to be like or that we want in our life. And that's why imitation does not necessarily add or give anything to our life, but rather it takes our own credibility away. We lose our own qualities in the process of imitation. So, when we imitate, we lose our own qualities of character, integrity, and morality in that process. And that's why this whole business and this whole process of imitation actually gives us nothing of significance or substance. And those men who have tried to constantly imitate the other people in the society have actually got nothing in life. They have got nothing because they have always tried to copy, and copying does not give anything significant or substantial to the character. And that's why we need to be able to, and we must be able to authenticate ourselves. We need to rather invest on and focus on ourselves so that we can build and cultivate a character which is worthy and respectable. And if we don't have the qualities, then we need to cultivate and grow the qualities of integrity, morality, character, kindness, understanding, compassion, and so on and so forth, because these qualities are going to earn us the respect that we have always wanted all this while from the people in the society. The development of qualities and their subsequent execution has the capacity, and it is going to be able to give us and earn us the respect that we always want in our life. We always want respect, praise, and admiration from the people around us in the society, but we do not always get it because we sometimes or we almost always try to imitate or we try to be like something or someone that we find to be attractive or pleasing to the eyes or to the mind. And that's why, as I said earlier, pleasure and imitation essentially give nothing to the person or to the man. Pleasure is short term, and trying to be like someone or trying to get something out of nothing is going to give us nothing in the long run. And we need to focus on the long run and not necessarily on short term pleasures and satisfactions, because pleasure and satisfaction only satisfies the mind and not the heart, and it fades rapidly as time unfolds. And that means pleasure is unstable and it varies from time to time, and it creates different desires, and we need to fulfill those desires to satisfy the different pleasures that arise from time to time. And that's why pleasure and desire is also problematic. And that's why we need to try to deviate or to divert our mind from desire and pleasure. We instead should try to focus on building and cultivating moral qualities that help with ourselves in terms of earning respect and reputation and honor that we always want and crave for in our life. All we want sometimes is the respect and the recognition of the others. And if we can educate ourselves to the best of our abilities, and if we can apply that education into building and creating qualities in real life, then we are going to become worthy of honor, admiration, and respect. And that's why we need not focus on others. We have no need of imitation. We have no need to imitate anything or anyone that seems to be attractive for a short period of time. We do not have the need nor the desire uh, to be like or to try to get something or someone into our life because the people or the things that are beyond our reach or that have already rejected us and shown their disapproval towards our character and integrity do not deserve to be part of our life, and we should also not equally focus on those people. We should instead learn to invest on ourselves upon building and developing qualities, as I said earlier, because the more the qualities we have, the more the valued and meaningful and worthy we are going to feel about ourselves, because qualities directly create meaning. Qualities are responsible for the creation of meaning and worth and significance in the individual man, and that's why man always need to focus on creating and cultivating qualities within themselves so that they do not have the need to focus on something or someone that seems to be attractive or that they want to be like. Because being like someone is not happiness. Being like someone or trying to get something into our life is part of pleasure. And if we can do that, then that is only going to satisfy the momentary desires which constitute a greater pleasure of the mind, but it's still not happiness. Imitation is not happiness, and imitation could never give us happiness, and imitation can still not produce or create within us the feeling of happiness and worth and meaning, because happiness, worth, and meaning primarily lies with the development, cultivation, and execution of qualities within ourselves so that we can elevate ourselves every step of the way. When we have qualities, then we feel happy, meaningful, and worthy almost automatically without reliance or dependence on the other people in the society, and therefore we have no need to depend on the society for anything. And if we are depending on other people or on someone, then we should try to observe and we should try to find out if that person is better from us, and if there's anything that we can actually learn from that person, and if there is something to be learned from that person, then we should definitely uh, go for that person and try to be like him or take his qualities because that is worthy. And if people have nothing to offer in terms of quality, character, integrity, morality, and so on and so forth, then we do not actually have the need or the desire to be like anything or anyone. Because, as I said earlier, being like someone does not give us happiness, but when we be ourselves, then we create our own happiness. When we are able to hold on to our authentic and original self with integrity, character, and morality, then that is going to not only give but also create and generate authentic and genuine happiness within ourselves that is going to last and not fade like pleasure and desires after a short period of time. And that's why we should always try to focus on and invest in ourselves so that we grow and learn from everything, every step of the way. And we should not always be focused on or obsessed with what other people have or what they do not have, because what other people have may be beyond our reach, or it does not even concern us, because other people is not us. We are different, and we are trying to focus on the development of qualities and character. And therefore it does not matter what people say, think, or do, or even what they have, because as I said earlier, if we try to imitate all those things in people, then we are definitely going to become miserable, sad, sorrowful, and depressed. And that's why the only way to avoid despair, disorientation, sadness, and even frustration is to focus heavily and highly on ourselves and see uh, as to what are the things that we can work on and rectify in ourselves to become finally a better version of ourselves. So we need to thrive and we need to grow at every step so that we do not have the need or the desire to rely on or to be like anything or anyone in the society. Because if we are given to the desire to be like the society, then we are definitely not going to be happy, but rather miserable and dissatisfied and discontent.